Yeah, March, big month for you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys got the joint project, which dropped on the 10th. You got the album. Was this kind of like the conscious decision to be like, yo, it's your time right now? Like,
yeah, put out the runway. Put out the runway, man. And, you know, shout out to Chad and everybody over at Drumwork, Conway, for kind of putting that together. My man Dave over at Empire, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like a conscious decision to say, yo, let's just put out this project. You know, we had been sitting on it for a little bit, paying provided profit. Let's put it out, and then, you know, why not just drop the album 2 weeks later? Because it's like, you know, you already have the floor. You know what I mean?
100%. Was there ever wasn't there supposed to be a Drumwork compilation?
Yeah, and it still is. That'll be coming, I believe. If not April, it'll be May.
So that's on the way.
Yeah, it's on the way.
So much drum work happening.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's time, because, you know, we've been grinding for like the last 2.5 years.
For sure.
So it's like, you know, now is like the perfect time because people been waiting on it. You know what I mean? Like, we all been putting out our own little projects and videos and different things, making sure that our presence is known. But now it's like, like, let's do the drum work thing.
For sure. Abolished Uncertainties. Why the title?
So when I was thinking about naming the album, it came at a time where I wasn't sure where I was going really in life. Like I said, like, you know, I had just quit my job, and
so you named this a while ago.
Yeah, I named this a while ago. Yeah, this was back in 2020. I was thinking of a name, and so you know, I was just always unsure, man. Being from Buffalo, you know, it wasn't a lot of opportunities for people to get on with music, especially hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when Griselda, you know, they kicked down the door, it was kind of like, well, shit, maybe I do got a shot at this for real. And then you still got uncertainties, though, because, you know, how am I going to do it? That I wasn't sure of, you know what I mean? So, you know, with this album, I feel like I'm really, I'm taking whatever like chains and whatever, it's almost like cuffs that you have on your mind, because you can kind of enslave yourself, you know what I mean? You be a slave to your own mind because you start thinking so much, and then you got all these thoughts and they just go and go and go, and you
kind of psych yourself out. Yeah,
exactly. So, you know, I'm abolishing, I was thinking about it, I was like, yo, I'm gonna abolish these chains that I had on my mind. You know what I'm saying? Fear,
the mental, all that,
It's like abolishing slavery, I should say. But yeah, like, take those chains off of my mind, because with this album, this is like my first real statement in, you know, in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I really feel.
Who's on the album?
I got Conway on there. I got Freeway on there. Shout out my bro Freeway, man. Nice. He came through. I got Jillian Hainsworth. She's a poet from the town. Okay. I got my man Terry King on there. Shout out my man Terry King. He's an awesome comedian. And then I got Coda Sevilla. She's an awesome artist. She sings, she raps, she does it all.
So when you hit Freeway for the feature, is it pretty like just, do you got to pay for it?
I'll tell you how I even got that feature. So Beanie Siegel and Freeway, they both came through Buffalo and they had a show. And I was at the studio that night. And Conway was supposed to pull up and come to the studio, and they were gonna pull up. So they pulled up. Beanie and Free, they pulled up, and we was just sitting in the studio just vibing. And so my man DJ Coles, he was like, "Yo, start playing your album." Yeah. And so, you know, Beanie and Free, they came in the studio, and he never came through.
Sounds about right.
Bro came, you know what I'm saying? They came in the studio. And you know, I'm playing on my records from Abolished Uncertainties that I had so far, and I got this record on there. It's called Out Here. That came on, and the flow that I use on there is just crazy. It's almost kind of like some Freeway shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's a big inspiration to me.
For sure.
And so, you know, the record comes on, and I just see him. So he's sitting in the corner. I'm sitting in like the middle of like the studio. He's sitting in the corner, and I'm watching him. Like, his whole reaction is just like, yo, this joint is crazy. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Going back and forth. And, you know, the song goes off, and I'm like, yo, bro, like, it's room for you on there. He was like, what? I'm like, yo, there's room for you on that record. Like, I see you over there vibing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hop
like,
on it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, he was like, yo, run it back. So we played it back. He was like, yo, let's do it. So immediately, like, I'm like, yo, my man Tony Boy was there. I'm like, yo, Tony Boy, load up the session. Let's get it. He did his verse right there on the spot. It was love.